Hey, sixth grade, we are on to our lesson about triangles. Classifying triangles is a little bit tricky, so something that I would suggest that you do is look at their angles first. When I look at number 1, I see that all three angles, triangle, get it? All three angles are little angles. They're all smaller than 90 degrees. I know this is an acute triangle because they're all small and cute. Then I'm going to look at the side length, 9, 9, and 8. They're not all equal. So they're not all equal, but two of them are. So I'm looking for an isosceles triangle. Isosceles means exactly two the same, and it needs to be acute. I'm looking at I. This one right here, acute isosceles, I. Should really look like this, I. That means that number 1 is I. So down below, we'll find number 1 and write I. Great. Let's go up and do one more. Here's number 3. Although these two corners, these two angles are small, this one right here is not a small corner. If I drew a line straight up and down, do you see how it's bigger than a 90-degree angle? You only need one, and in fact, you can only have one for it to be an obtuse triangle. It's obtuse because this one, this corner, this angle is more than 90 degrees. And then as I look through the sides, 35, 51, and 27, they're all different, which means we are looking for obtuse scaling. It's right here. You might also notice that I wrote the words in here for you. All different sides, two sides are equal, right? So obtuse scaling is A. So number 3 is A. Down below, number 3 is A. Okay. Oh, did you notice there's another 3 down here? And I'll put an A there as well. Looks like there's only one I though. Okay. Then down on the bottom, we need to find the measure of the third angle in each triangle. Do you remember from the video that the 3 corners, the 3 angles, always add up to the same number? Even though we don't know what it is in this corner, we know that all 3 together equal 180 degrees. All of them together is 180. Probably should have done that in a different color. All 3 together equal 180. So I can add the 2 that we know. 101 plus 54 equals, that should be 155. 101 plus 54 is 155. Now if I take those 2 corners away, cross them out, cross it out, do you see how we're still left with the question mark? So if I take away 155 from the total, 180 degrees minus 155 degrees, this should be the question mark. So here we go. 180 minus 155 equals 25 degrees. Mrs. Toivola can do that kind of mental math in her sleep almost. But did you see how I put it in a calculator anyway? Even though I can do it without having to think a whole lot about it, if I want to make sure that I get the answer right, I'll put it in the calculator. So this one is 25 degrees. Right? So over on the side, 25 degrees is right here. That's R. So number 8 is R. 8 is R. All right, there we go. We're almost done here. There's one more thing I wanted to look at here. If I can see if I can figure out which one it is quickly enough. I think it's number 11 here. I see that there's an angle here that we know, 32 degrees. There's an angle here that we don't know, question mark, and there's an angle here that doesn't have a number, but it's got that symbol, so we know that it is 90 degrees. And altogether, 180 degrees. So we'll add up these two that we do know, 90 and 32. Oops, try that again. 90 plus 32, 122 degrees. So now, in our calculator, 180 minus 122 equals 58 degrees. This was our question mark, 58 degrees. So put that right down there where the question mark is. This is 58 degrees. So just a quick check, if I add those up, 58 plus 32 plus 90, yep, gets us back to 180. Over on the side here, oh my goodness, look at this. What's it saying there? 58 degrees is not a letter at all. What it's telling us to do is to black out that box. So number 11, we should just black out. I think it's going to be the space between words. So for number 11, just black it out. It's going to be a space between words. All right, you got this. Do your best. Use your calculator down on the bottom. That'll make it easier. And for this one up here, just really make sure you're paying attention to what scaling, isosceles, and equilateral mean.